All right, Earthlings, welcome to the Thundering Dice Brothers channel. We're going to react to the Wheel of Time trailer for the upcoming Season 3. Ian and I have mixed emotions about the show in general, but no mixed emotions about the book series.
No, absolutely not. So let us watch the Season 3 trailer, and as always, do like, comment, and subscribe down below if you feel so inclined. And Season 1 and 2 recaps of Wheel of Time will be coming in the next month.
Before the show premieres, obviously.
Yes.
So if you haven't seen it, you can catch up, and you can get our takes, because those takes are probably more important than actually watching the show.
No, absolutely. If you want the truth, listen to us. If you want the propaganda, watch the show.
And without further ado... Alright, well, first impressions, having just watched it. It's kind of hard to tell just from a quick watch where exactly they are and all these things.
The only part that I was definitely sure of is at the last part with the two rivers and Perrin and not Ivan, whatever the warder's name was.
Yvonne.
Yeah, Yvonne.
Yeah.
That was the only part that I was sure of. And then obviously the desert being the waste, like that's true. Well, like that's easy. But the rest of it, ooh, that's a kind of a cluster fuck of a buttload of different images and scenes. I mean, you got Gideon showing up again with Not Naive for that one still.
You have more sequences of Rand. I'm assuming some of it is dream stuff when he's making out with Lanfear.
Could. I don't know. Oh, well, actually, probably, because they'll have to start Egwene's journey in...
Teleron Riyadh. So the moment where it looked like an older Ael woman with the 3 spears behind her back and said, "You do not belong here." I'm guessing that is from one of Egwene's very first times in Teleron Riyadh, the Unseen World, the World of Dreams, depending on how you translate the old tongue. And in the book, she does say, "You don't belong here," and Kaza calls her out and sends her back to Tanshiko, and then Egwene is flying around Tanshiko because she's figuring out that you can do whatever you want in the World of Dreams, and then the wise one comes back and brings her back to the ground, strips her naked, and tells her to get her ass to the waist. So
it is a pretty fun scene.
Yeah. All right, let's go through this
little
slower now, and we'll see what's what.
Yeah.
All right, obviously, establishing shot. They're in the waste or Tatooine, one of the two.
There's yeah, it's definitely in the waste.
Changing.
Who the hell is that?
Was that Rand again?
The world is changing.
I mean, he's got the red coat.
Nah, is it?
No.
Is that him? No. Who
No,
is that then?
No. Who would be important enough? A young man. Okay, this.
Or is that him? Is that him?
It's kind of. I don't think so. I mean, like it could be, or this could be like one of the versions of him.
Oh, a mirror universe version. Yeah, of course, because he's gonna go through the glass column. No, the glass columns though don't show mirror universes of you. They show only your past through your ancestors' eyes.
This maybe might be Moiraine's version of it, like a still from this.
And we've never seen Flicker with the traveling stones.
Yeah,
the portal stones. So
we haven't even seen the portal stones.
Yeah, the portal stone hasn't been. The portal stones haven't been talked about at all. But in the books. They use them twice specifically, but this will be the second time where Rand transmits an entire party of Aiel, Moiraine, Lan, Egwene, Mat, and some other retainers and stuff like that, straight to Ruiden in the Waste.
Yeah.
And during that time, earlier, yeah, because the flicker moments happen when they use it the first time, going to Terabond to chase after
something is
Penthane,
wrong,
and they never had that.
No.
Moment.
No.
Okay, well, this does look like Rand, though.
Yeah,
it's
I'm going to
be
say.
alternate universe Rand. Okay, That's Moiraine doing some shit in the waste. She doesn't do anything in the waste magically like this.
No.
There's literally nothing she does in the waste besides tag along.
Except till at the end. Then
Yeah.
she does some magic shit. But right now, no idea what's going on.
A tide.
Okay, is that Leandrin?
Yeah, that's definitely
Looks like
Leandrin.
and that's Swan.
Most
and
likely.
Some of the is that I can't really see, but they're definitely, and that's it looks like Nynaeve on the right there.
I want to say it's her keeper on the right.
Yeah,
and
Leanne.
Then it could
That's
Alana maybe.
yeah, I think that's Alana. Yeah, and that's definitely
Nynaeve
right
yeah.
there. You know what we should be doing.
Yeah, why is this in 720?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're idiots, everyone.
Sorry about that, guys. Should
Sweeping
clear
us
up in a
along
second.
against our control.
Sweeping us along against our control. I mean, that is sort of how the wheel turns. And Moiraine expresses frustration with that kind of stuff, or events outpacing her ideas and her designs. Because in the first few books, you really do notice that they have a plan for how to contain Rand.
Yeah.
And it all goes not according to their plan.
Yeah, it just like slowly untethers itself from its original plan faster and faster until
Moiraine realizes that
she can't do it.
she can't ride this bull.
She just has to ride the wave, not control it.
Yeah. She later on in the series, this is super duper spoilers for like literally the last book of the series. She is talking with Egwene. So spoilers, she doesn't actually die, but she sort of does. We'll definitely put a spoiler tag in this because I realize that we're Anyway, at one point later on, she is telling Egwene when she's talking to talking about Rand, and she says, "I was able to manipulate him basically because I remembered how to wield Saidar. How do you wield Saidar? You surrender to it. So, like a willow bending in the breeze that remains standing. That's how she sort of got through it all."
Yeah. Okay, so
Something battling the White Tower here.
Yeah, straight. This might be the coup attempt. Not attempt. The success. Elida's coup, because we already know Elida comes in this show. Mm-hmm. So this probably is what's going on right here.
Yeah, the coup. It looks like they're wrapping up the coup, and possibly the first 13 Dark Sisters being exposed.
Ooh,
all at once.
Maybe
Because the coup, as far as I remember, doesn't have any channeling between sisters. It's mostly just surprise and subterfuge.
And a boatload of warders and
some shielding, of
people
course.
dying.
But yeah, a lot of people dying.
Yeah.
Alright, so shit got blown up in the White Tower.
Behind these walls and pretend we still have control.
Alright, so right there, Leandrin looked kind of haggard and definitely not in her prime right there. So she's not all done up. This may be some kind of a trial thing, it looks like.
Yeah. They might be... She might just be exposed as a Dark Sister right now.
Yeah.
Really quickly. Mm-hmm. And you don't get the satisfying Moghedian teach down.
Well, you never know.
on.
She may escape, because Leandrin has continuing stories, and they set her character up important enough to where I don't think they're going to axe her. She's probably going to be the bridge to the Black Sisters for the audience.
I could see it, because you have to simplify everything.
Yeah, exactly. Too many characters. I mean, there are 13 Aes Sedai, and even in the book, yes, there are 13 Aes Sedai that escaped from the tower after doing murder and theft. But really, you only focus on a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah, you only know like a handful.
Mm-hmm. And Leandrin is the one that constantly keeps popping back up again and doing shenanigans.
Yeah.
This tower is destroying itself from the inside out.
If the White Tower does not bend the knee to Rand al'Thor.
Yeah, I don't like this.
See, that's interesting. I never thought... No. None of the Aes Sedai ever have that vein of logic.
No. It's almost antithetical to everything the Aes Sedai stand for.
And remember, you folks, the Aes Sedai have been deftly manipulated over the course of 3 millennia by the only Forsaken that wasn't bound and his minions, to not want to bend the knee to Rand, to do everything wrong in regards to Rand. The worst thing you could probably have done is to capture and contain the dragon.
Yeah, and then beat him every day, and then beat his girlfriend in front of him.
So, spoilers, guys, that does happen as well. Maybe not in this season. Probably not in this season. That'd be ridiculous. That's jumping way ahead. But yeah, we see the results of capturing and containing the dragon. And the dragon has to be free to touch the world. You can't hold him up in your white tower and expect it. Who's going to teach him how to channel?
Who's going to fulfill any of the prophecies?
Yeah. The prophecies have to be fulfilled in their way, not in the way you want them to be fulfilled. It's the nature of prophecy.
Yeah, which goes back to the fact that the Aes Sedai want to control everything and have all of it unfold to their own plans, which Rand is a great wrinkle in that idea.
Yes, I mean, we know Tavern twist the threads of fate, and he is the strongest of the Tavern ever known. So, no matter what you want to control, the pattern, and the pattern will force him to be where he needs to be. And if you stop that, I think we know, sort of in the mirror universes, the consequences are dire. Like at one point in one of the alternate futures that I'm hoping they show, Rand becomes Lanfear's lover again. Only answers to the name Lews Therin and destroys the world.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
He will lose the last battle.
all right. Where are they here? Do you think is this
definitely Emmons Field?
So they're really speed running
his story up.
Yeah, and also
they kind of have to.
Oh, depending on, I mean, there's no guarantee that the order the scenes appear in the trailer or the order that they appear in the show, of course. But damn, okay, so he has to get to Emmons Field, which chronologically means the Stone of Tyr has to fall, which chronologically means that Rand already saved Carrion, which chronologically means that he's already proclaimed himself as the dragon in the waste and gone to Al-Khair and declared himself he who comes to the dawn and the Karakarn. So many things have to happen to lead up to Perrin going home.
Yeah, and Perrin hasn't even met Fail yet.
Yeah.
So, like, is that going to come after this? Is she going to be in the show? Well, I mean, she has to be in the show sometime, but, like, is it going to be... I mean, like, this would be a prime time to introduce her in Season 3.
What they should do is, if they're going to do all this stuff, and I've thought about this before, and I think this kind of... it starts to back up what my theory about this series is going to be. So they're going to go from Falma to the Waste. He's going to go to Ruiden and do all the things he needs to do there. Instead of having Couladin lead him out of the Waste to Carrion, besiege Carrion, and have Rand defeat Couladin at Carrion before he moves on further than that, I think they're going to skip Carrion. And if they do have a Couladin story arc, he's going to go straight to Tyr and besiege Tyr. And then Rand will free Tyr of Couladin's forces, rout those bad Aiel, take the stone, claim Kalendor for his own, and then Perrin goes to the Two Rivers.
I could see that. With one, maybe a little addendum saying that Perrin's doing the Two Rivers shit as everything you're just talking about goes on.
Oh, you think that he's going to split off from the main way before that?
Yeah.
There's so much interesting stuff that happens. I understand you have to cut a lot of it out for the sake of the adaptation, but the chase across the map, essentially, chasing Rand, always a step behind him. The book, The Dragon Reborn, that I think a lot of this is going to be taken from, has almost nothing to do with Rand until the very end. It's fantastic. It's like masterful edging storytelling that Robert Jordan just pulls off so well, and
because it pissed me off when I was reading this. Because when I was reading the series, the first two books are all from Rand's perspective, and then I find out that it's just, and then like oh, it's a little bit of Rand, a little bit, and then like Perrin, and I'm just like, when's Rand coming back? When's Rand coming back? When's Rand coming back? Oh, like I got a little 5 pages of Rand. Oh my god! Oh my, now it's Perrin again. Okay, I like her. What's happening with Rand? What's happening with? And then you finally get it, and you're just like, ah! Yeah, you're right. It is really well done.
And all right, why do attacks on the village always have to happen at night? They don't really happen like that in the book. They happen broad fucking daylight.
Yeah, it's not like Trollocs are not orcs. They're not afraid of the sun.
No, they're shock troops, and they're huge. They're 9-foot tall shock troops that don't tire easily, eat anything.
Yeah,
are only really afraid of large bodies of water or swiftly moving water, and they're cowards. But in numbers, they're not. I think this is just for the sake of cinematography, which
And
I don't know. I mean, some of the most badass fight sort of fantasy things in the history of fantasy and television happen in broad daylight.
Yeah,
Can you imagine if the Battle of Pelennor Fields had been shot at night?
Ooh, no, that would be absolutely awful.
And
if you want to,
Helm's Deep during the day.
but but Helm's Deep though was written at night and it works. But if we want to talk about a night fight scene that didn't work, in Game of Thrones, the last battle at Winterfell between all of the North and the Night King. That was all shot at night, and it absolutely failed to do everything. I mean, like, minus the tactical flaws, which are just glaring. I mean, every time I watch that episode, it makes me want to kill myself. But, that idea of, like, oh yeah, it's so much more suspenseful at night. No, it's not. I mean, it can be suspenseful if it's well done. But most night fighting scenes are not well done. And as an audience member, you just lose a lot of the cinematography that you can get in broad daylight because you can just do so much more. A night camera, I mean, like, by nature, you're going to have to let in a lot more light than you would by the naked eye, so you're already at a disadvantage in your own mind when you're watching it, because you're like, I know it wouldn't look like this, because that light flickering in the torch is casting way too much of a shadow and other things that just automatically put certain things off.
And so, unless this is sort of the penultimate battle that happens in Emond's Field,
I would certainly hope so, because that's a shitload of fun. I mean, there's a lot of fortifications, and that's a lot of explosion, and that's a lot of people.
The Trollocs never get into the heart of Emond's Field ever during any of their raids.
No, and there's only like one time where it gets to what I would going to say is a comparable level of holy shit. Uh-huh. And also interesting, I didn't see a single white cloak during any of these scenes.
You will.
Oh, okay.
When we first watched it, remember that one scene where there was one blonde-haired dude shooting at a group of charging Trollocs? That was
that Dane
Bornhold.
Okay.
Because we met him in the previous season. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's not enough ale.
All right, hang on. I want to see his armor again.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's some pretty hardcore armor for Two Rivers folk.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
All right, Perrin, get some.
Damn, that's badass.
I mean, I think it's super ridiculously unfunctional.
Yes.
No gorget. I mean, this is just some weird, like, 1.5 inch wide rings wrapped together with leather, so
pretty
pointless. You have super weak points there. Yeah, that's probably enough.
Yeah, your Vembrass is tiny.
And you're not wearing a helmet, so we can see your face. Smart. Actually, the Hero 3 never wear helmets at all. No, that's not true. Matt wears armor one time in the last battle.
Oh, yeah, this was because he's forced to.
Yeah.
There's not enough ale in the world to deal with this.
There's not enough ale? I heard that first as Aiel, not ale. Yeah.
Okay, so we know that they're definitely together, probably at the beginning. Because I'm going to assume that this is the very beginning.
This is, or is it? This can't be
at the end, because that would make no sense.
It can't be at the end, and it can't be in the middle, really. Because if it were in the middle, this would have to be maybe right after they capture the Stone of Tyr, but before Perrin leaves.
Unless a lot more shit happens in this season than we're realizing.
What if every episode is 1 hour and 15 minutes long, and there are 12 of them? How cool would that be? Because then maybe they may be able to fit all this in there. If they didn't make up stuff to add.
Yes, if they didn't make up bullshit and actually, had a decent amount of episodes with a proper length, not just this 45-minute bullshit, because, you're on a syndicated network for some reason.
They were actually better about that last season. They were oftentimes an hour 5, hour 10, hour 15.
Yeah, that's true.
The first season was really egregious about that, especially for adding shit that didn't exist.
So much
to
shit.
A story you already cut down and are telling poorly.
Yes. Recap video will be coming, and you will have fun.
Yes. The wheel of time is blazing a new path for fantasy on television.
No, it's not.
By someone called Vulture. I mean, to a large extent, the path that they're treading was blazed by the Game of Thrones series. I hate to admit it.
No, the path that they're making was blazed by fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yes,
that's what started this.
Television, yes, yeah. The Lord of the Rings proved it could be done on the big screen, so that people wouldn't be afraid to try it, and it took some balls to adapt A Song of Ice and Fire, and
for the most part, it was really well done
until
they ran out of source material
yeah,
and showed how inept they were.
Yes, exactly. New path, no, they're blazing an path. Whether it's a good or bad or new path is
there are no
debatable.
beginnings.
There are no new paths on the Wheel of Time.
They'll just come for it.
Okay, see, it's someone sitting alone.
I hate when they do that. So many short little clips there.
A little further back. Okay.
All right, looks like Voldemort or something is chilling back there.
Yeah.
Really hard to tell.
Going to guess
one of the Forsaken.
One of the Forsaken.
Possibly Belal. This might be the Stone of Tyr, maybe, and that's Belal when he faces. But if this is the stone,
if you wanted that, then you'd have
context.
You'd have Kalendor swimming.
Well, they never. I don't think they ever show Kalendor in this.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh man, they better not leave Kalendor out.
That'd be so stupid.
Just come for it.
Okay,
so Lanfear just looking perplexed or something.
But she's got some. No, her normal evil clothes.
Yeah, her normal black steampunk getup.
Super eyeliner.
Yeah, it is. They do make them look comically
cartoonishly evil. Yeah, but that being said,
it works.
There are no gray, like kind of good, kind of bad figures like between the shadow and the light. There aren't really any characters that straddle the line. Rand might because he's insane.
But even he doesn't like truly straddle the line in because he doesn't
does stuff that you could call evil.
But he never does it like out of like just to like, oh, I want to enrich myself. I'm gonna murder this town, or I want to murder this town and torture them to create Trollocs. Like nothing to the level that Lanfear like, ooh, I want power. I'm going to do the boar.
In fact, Perrin goes more insane than Rand does in terms of doing evil shit for his own gain.
Yeah, I mean, like especially when Faliel is taken. I mean, like he's completely fine with just allowing a buttload of channelers to get taken. He's fine with just pretty much killing a buttload of people.
He tortures the shit out of an Aielman by like cutting off parts of his body, having an Aes Sedai or an Ashaman instantly heal him.
Oh yeah,
and then continuing to do that and promising the Aielman that he would leave him alive, a cripple, if he didn't tell him what he wanted. But if he did tell him the truth, he'd give him a swift end.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that is some pretty fucking evil shit right there.
Perrin goes pretty dark, goes pretty hard later on in the series, guys. Prepare yourselves. Your golden-eyed golden boy lets the wolf out sometimes.
Won't just come for it.
Did you say don't discount Rand?
No, has come for Rand.
Oh, okay.
They'll come for all of us.
Oh, has come for all of us.
I'm pretty sure that one was Moghedian. Because she looks pretty much the same woman as in the end of season 2.
So I wonder if this is in Teleron Riyadh. Because Moghedian and Nynaeve meet a lot, but this is too early for Nynaeve to be in Teleron Riyadh.
And okay, this might just be like me reading way too much into it, but like I kind of wonder if there's some mind compulsion going on right now because her face is a little too.
Moghedian does compel them. That's right. Later on,
and her facial expression, it's not like lovey-dovey, but it's like a sympathetic mistress type of look that I'm kind of wondering.
Yeah, and that is Moghedian's
signature.
Signature move.
Of us.
She looks freaky, doesn't she?
Yeah.
We're going to the last place.
Oh wait, was that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Fail?
No.
Well, let's see.
I guess. I bet it probably is Fail. Yeah.
Not the right nationality.
Well, Saldaean.
It's true, but I always picture it was slightly more Asian, though.
Yeah.
That looks a little more...
And she's supposed to have really high cheekbones, and I guess she kind of has slightly tilted eyes, and supposed to have a nose that's on bordering on too large, possibly personifying the name Falcon in some measure. Definitely. This girl just kind of looks like another Egwene or Nynaeve, honestly. Kind of looks very similar to both of them. Oh, no, wait, hang on. Is that That looks like one of the tower rings, doesn't it, down there?
It does, actually. It's because it's huge and gaudy.
Yeah.
But
what is that?
I wouldn't discount her maybe being Fael.
Yeah. It could be any number of rings. She is nobility.
Yeah.
We're going to the last place anyone would ever look for me.
Okay, so that is verbatim out of when he leaves Tyr.
Yeah.
But he's telling that to Moiraine after he's done dramatic shit. Super dramatic shit. I hope they show it. Okay, well, this has got to be Teleron Riyadh, right?
Yeah, this definitely looks... Because that has, like, Two Rivers Mountains of... the Misty Mountain feel to it. And that's... I mean, that actually might be, like, an exact or close to an exact screenshot of when, in Season 1... when Rand and Egwene are on a very similar rock.
Yeah.
And she's saying, I might be a wise one.
Right.
Wise woman, not wise one. It could be.
She does look kind of pretty, though, in that dress right there.
They
chose the attraction.
They chose her well for Lanfear.
I mean, she's not drop dead gorgeous,
but it's hard to. But it's hard to like come up with a woman who actually like fits Lanfear's description.
And I never thought of like a model either. Like there's something different about her that
like absolutely like drop dead gorgeous, but with like the sophistication and class of 400 years of knowledge,
and definitely a little bit crazy.
Oh yeah,
she's definitely crazy in the books too.
Yeah, no, yeah, like sprinkle in like 20% crazy eyes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, those crazy eyes right there.
Definitely.
Whoops.
And the way that just was shot makes me wonder. So that crazy eyes definitely makes me wonder if she was... I mean, like, I know it's just a trailer, but it looks like... Because she opens her eyes and then it flashes to Egwene. So it makes me wonder if they just suddenly looked... If this is, like, her seeing in the right time, or it's just, like, the actual going into the next scene where... Because you also have her right there, like in the foreground.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit of both, though. This could be happening, and that's like she could see this and then freak out, jump somewhere else without realizing what she is, and then Ames or whoever it is jumps in, be like, you should go.
Yep.
But those are some crazy eyes.
You do know.
That's Amy's the wise one in the wasteland. You don't belong here. So this has got to be Egwene's first excursion into Teleron Riyadh, or one of the first.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to have the ring. The Unreal to help her.
Oh, the Dream Teleron Riyadh. Yeah.
I doubt it.
It's one of those things that...
Because it's only really helpful for the rest of them getting in.
Except for when they're trapped and they can't reach Sidar, and she uses the Dream Teleron Riyadh to get into Teleron Riyadh and beat the shit out of Jean Cade.
Oh, yeah.
But they're probably not going to show that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just...
Probably a little too far out there.
Too much minutia. Like, I know they have to do the broad strokes. It sucks. So many cool small moments that you just, with infinite time and infinite patience, you might be able to get it on screen.
Yeah.
Belong here.
Oh, dang.
So who just disappeared? I mean, you don't see him fast enough, but...
No idea who that is.
No, but that's a...
He's got a major chin.
Definitely.
Our people have been waiting for the Karakarn's arrival.
That is dope.
The Karakar's arrival.
Like,
yeah, that looks like it's engraved in his skin almost. That looks really cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad it doesn't look like a tattoo. That is so much better.
Yeah, that's the tits.
Do you think it might be you?
That was Dovie'ande.
Yeah.
Each step forward is a step backwards through time.
Okay, so that's clearly the glass columns. So in the poster for the trailer, you see all these glass columns. Those are massive ter'angreal that take you back into your ancestors' past. I'm so looking forward to that. I'm glad they didn't try to BS and omit it, because it's super important in giving you backstory and context for who the Aiel are, who Rand is, what it means to be the Karakarn, why he had to go to Ruiden, why he has to go to meet the Aiel at all. Why? Because the Aes Sedai just said, fuck the Aiel, they don't matter. We're just gonna... If Moiraine had her way, he would have conquered Ilion next.
Yeah.
After Tyr, and never gone to the Waste. And he would have kept Kalandor, or left it in the White Tower for other Black Sisters to steal. It would have been a catastrophe.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are some interesting shoe transitions there. I don't know if it matters, but
Works through time.
I'm sure it does.
through time, some of those looked very modern boots, and some looked very old. So,
yeah.
they're going to show parts of the Age of Legends, and parts of the Age of Legends is sort of where we live now with, like, planes and shit. Only they have magic, too.
Yeah, and a lot better of other shit.
Yeah. Do you
love her?
Talking about Elaine? Better be talking about
Better
Elaine.
be about Elaine.
And here...
Like, no way in hell they're going to talk about, like, do you love her and talk about Lanfear. That's just
Yeah.
going to make no sense. And yeah, right here, definitely in the glass columns.
And does that look like the shadow of a person
Yes.
in front of him? So I wonder, that would be Moiraine, if that is a person, if I'm not reading too much into it.
Most likely.
Moiraine doesn't make it through the glass columns. He tears his eyes out and kills himself, if I remember the book correctly.
Yeah. No, I don't think you see him kill himself, but you see his bloody eyes, and then Rand just leaves him behind.
Oh, yeah. Okay, she chapped lips.
So she's
she went, and those are definitely the 3 rings in Ruiden.
Yeah.
Because I remember it when we first watched the trailer just now.
What did you see in the rings?
Yeah, so 3 rings. Those are what show you alternate futures.
Yeah.
And you don't remember a lot of specifics. You remember some specifics, but a lot of generalities.
Yeah.
And certain things are meant to pop up in your life as they come up to remind you, to guide you in the right or the better path.
Yeah.
But remember, the rings, though, are the better path for whom? The Aiel think it's a better path for them.
Yeah.
Is it individual depending on your ancestry when you go in, that you're Aiel or not? Because men never go through the rings, and the women don't talk very much about what they see in the book, so we only get sort of hints that Moiraine knows if she sleeps with Rand, that's the end. And all the endings where things went well, one specific thing happens. And I spoiled enough, I won't spoil this.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they'll leave that the way it is.
I hope so.
They got to show a little more of Lanfear's crazy, that the stakes are, and some heroics.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, that's going to be, like, the pinnacle
Of one of
those
stories.
parts. Yeah. That was some crazy fight moves.
Oh, okay. So those are obviously the ring to Angriel that she's through.
Yeah.
Future where I lived. Rand dies.
She's showing all the different versions. That's
And
cool.
the only way he lives
This is when she's Aes Sedai.
is if I don't.
I mean, not Aes Sedai,
She's
but
like
Armillan.
Armillan, yeah.
This is 2, 3, 4.
This looks like
It's definitely
that's Lanfear back there.
Yeah, and this is definitely the Ways.
Or is this Shia Ghul, and they're presenting Rand to the Dark One inside of...
This looks exactly like the Ways look, though.
Yeah, you're right.
With
you're
a little
right,
more
yeah.
light in the background.
The way they threw him
It
down,
could
kind of...
It could be, though. But it doesn't look like the, like the Teeth of Doom, the way it's written. So that's why I'm kind of not sure.
Look at that coat, though.
That right there is straight off the dust jacket, almost.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
As if I don't. We don't win battles with politics and prophecies. We win with armies.
Who is that person supposed to be?
It's got to be her, because she's talking. Like, I bet you money she's talking to Perrin to give him a little speech before this to help him up, because he's all not sure about what to do. Is that supposed to be? Because I mean, like, Elaine's right in the background.
That's got to be Galad then, or Gawain. It's probably Gawain, because Gawain has slightly larger part to play, even though he is an annoying simp and incel. Dude, he is, man. It's tough to say, but God, he's an annoying character later on.
No, I was laughing at the incel comment. I was like, no, he is an annoying character. Like, he ruins so much. I mean, like, not that Egwene doesn't help in her own right, but like the incel part was probably the funniest crack you've ever given him.
We win with armies.
That's who is that?
That's Alana's war.
That's right. Yeah. I was like, he looks super familiar. Okay, this is obviously so this is one of the battles for Emond's Field, and you've got both the women and the men fighting, which is correct.
Yeah,
that's how it happens. Man, Emond's Field looks very different than I remember it looking in the book.
This must be outside of Emond's Field.
They must have had some serious... Because I know in the mountains is where they're coming from. So maybe they set up fortifications in the past to block them off instead of just defending the village.
Could be.
Archers! Loose!
Alright, so now we're going to have an epic power montage. Who's that? One of the Wonder Girls.
Yeah.
Make them believe in
Oh,
you.
that might have been Al-Khair Dal right there. I wonder. All the Aiel together in a golden bowl. This looks like it might be kind of a bowl type thing. Those are obviously a bunch of Aiel.
Yeah. Could be.
Them believe in you.
Ooh, now where is
Rand.
that?
And that.
Because it looks awfully like beautiful, almost like sort of
Yeah.
like dreamlike. You know, he's
Elysian Fields style.
yeah,
Beautiful. Golden and...
Or is this one of those? Because this, I can't believe they're never going to have the Flicker alternate universes where he said, where the Dark One constantly says, "I have won again, Luce Theron," and he keeps having the feeling that as he died, there was something more, something he was missing all the time. It's almost because here's Farmer Rand, obviously a little bit older,
And he's looking up at something. It's not like he's not looking down. He's looking up at the sky. It could very well be.
As I walk through the fields where I harvest my grain, I take a look at Celine and realize she's very well.
Believe in you.
Ooh.
And they will follow you to the ends of the earth.
All right, Elaine doing some coaching. Oh, damn. Well, that looks really intense right there.
Yeah, I know,
Moiraine,
right? Like,
holy cow.
Way to stop.
But
yeah, that was definitely Elaine, not Elaine. Yeah, Elaine.
Elaine.
Yeah, Elaine giving some coaching, much needed princess wisdom.
yes, to the
young
farm boy.
Farm boy. Yeah.
Yep. Now, this looks intense. Whatever happens here. A lot of people screaming and crying.
Yeah.
And this is him finding her in the waste, I'm guessing, after she came out of Ruiden, is what it looks like. I can't imagine the time where she'd be all messed up in the sand.
She should be naked then, though.
Well, I don't think they're gonna... he just wrapped her up to get her out of the sun or some nonsense.
Maybe.
I don't know why blood's...
This is what I was born to do.
Okay, well, it's a trailer.
It definitely is. It's a trailer. We spun.
There's a lot to unpack in there, guys. You know, hopefully those of you that watch this are not, like, new to the series. And if you are, without context, the spoilers probably don't mean anything. But if they do
And
mean
anything
something
we
and you're
said.
mad at us, write to the editor.
Whom we shall name nameless.
Darth Editor,
Darth Editor.
the foolish.
Yes.
You can address your complaints to he or she.
It-
All right. Well, how are we feeling, Ian? I think it's a good trailer. Trailers are usually pretty fun. Showed a lot of little nuggets, little things that I thought we could pick out. So
Yeah. As the trailer goes, it was interesting, held my attention, had lots of little interesting things that made me wonder where they're going, what's exactly happening, how is it going to be all stitched together? Because as we talked about before, the trailer is all over the map, literally. But it shows promise. I think it shows promise.
it does seem a little bit like what I had hoped they would do in the third season is try to bring this back into the storyline, the correct arc. Get everyone where they need to be. Knock out some big story points that have to happen in these journeys. Like, you screwed yourself in season 1. You really did. You tried to bring it a little bit back together in season 2, and you did kind of end in the right spot in Falm. Now, season 3 here. This is your make or break. This is the difficult third album. Not going to get a pass after this, I don't think. I don't think
No.
Amazon's going to renew this if it's not good. So, please, I know that it's too late to hope that anything is going to happen in it. What has been filmed and produced.
But let us hope that what has been filmed and produced is good enough to cut the mustard and keep the storyline going. Because irrespective of how good or bad season 3 is, both of us still want to see the show continue just because we like seeing some of our favorite storylines and characters come to life.
Yeah, I liked seeing it reimagined. I think it's really neat. I still firmly believe that the show would have been better as an animated show instead of live action, but that's okay. We got live action. Now I want to see the whole story. And I know it's an adaptation and it's not going to be the same. We're always going to have the books. We'll always have Robert Jordan. We'll always have the epic last battle written. But you've got to get it to see it through now. I want to see it through. It'd be such a disappointment to get through 3 seasons and then have it all just, it never gets renewed and there's no resolution because no one is going to touch this IP with a 10-foot pole if it fails like this again. And how long does does Amazon have the rights for this? For donkey's years? They're never going to try again. And whatever smooth brain C-suite they have up there is not smart enough to figure this out on their own. Please don't listen to them and they're like chasing a profits. Just give me what I want, god damn it.
Yes, the fans here are the customers, and Amazon should fucking remember this.
And you're worth like $1 trillion bazillion. You can take a small hit. Stop.
You quite literally control a majority of the internet, AWS, so stop being profit whores and actually deliver us what we wish.
And if you're going to pick on a show to adjust budgets or possibly cancel,
fucking cancel.
Power,
yes,
maybe?
Cancel Rings of Power. I'm a huge Tolkien fan, way more so than Robert Jordan. But fuck that shit and ship all that money over to Wheel of Time and continue making it
and also
delicious.
Hire us as creative consultants. We will work hand in hand with
Yes.
Brandon Sanderson. We will advocate for you, the fan at home.
Yeah. Bring us on board. We will make everything golden and smooth.
And if we are brought on board and it's all still awful, we wash our hands of all responsibility because clearly circumstances were beyond our control.
Yeah, fucking Amazon execs will be, hampering us. So,
all right, guys. Well, we'll probably have some more Wheel of Time content for you when or before the show starts, and we'll of course have to give you our thoughts about season 3 when it comes out. Until then, stay sane. Enjoy the show when it comes out, guys.
yeah,
And watch it, stream it. That's the only way we can keep it going.
yeah. Watch it, stream it, be happy with it, even if it's crap. Try not to despair too much, and we'll see you guys next time.